Gina, thank you. A retired husband needed a hobby, and his wife had the perfect plan.
Jaime takes us to Carefree Spirits in Jaime's local love.
Cave Creek is one of my favorite places to go for a daycation, and you know when you want to come here, you want to sip a little something local. I am at Carefree Spirits in Cave Creek, and I want to introduce you to Renee and Mike. They're the couple behind this locally made bourbon. That's how you started. Renee and Mike, hello to you.
Hello. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And
Absolutely.
a really interesting story about how this came to be, because Renee, your husband retired. You said you need a hobby.
Yes, he did. I was still working full time. My office was in the house, and he needed to get out.
So what do you think about this?
I liked her idea. So she said I needed a hobby, and I was excited when she came up with this for a hobby for me.
Why bourbon?
She has a farm in Kansas, and she wanted to use the corn from her farm to make products. And so she came up with the idea, and she wanted to do vodka and bourbon.
So what did you do next?
Well, to figure out how to do it, because I knew nothing about it, Renee and I flew to Louisville, Kentucky, and we went to Moonshine University in January of 2017.
Your teacher was who?
One of them was Jim Beam's grandson.
Oh, okay. So knowledge runs in the family.
absolutely.
I imagine that.
Yeah, it
And then
was
what happened?
A 1-week distiller's training course, and they told us it's going to take you 2 to 3 years to get your distillery license, to get your product going now, get your mash bill in the barrels and get it seasoning so it's aging. By the time you finally get open in 2 or 3 years, you have your own product you can sell.
And you have your own product right
We have
over
our
here.
own
We could
product.
show you right now. So you've been doing this for, you had 2019, I think it was distillery.
2019, when we finally got licensed, federally licensed.
2020 for this tasting room.
Yes.
Mike, what happened next?
So we opened this tasting room in January of 2020, and then in March, COVID hit.
Yeah. So you
And
were here how often?
I was here 7 days a week from noon to 4 for the 9 weeks this was shut down. And during that time, there were only 2 days where one of the locals didn't come in and buy a bottle. They really supported and saved us. For being brand new, not even open for 2 months and getting shut down, the town, the locals were phenomenal.
Wow. We love to hear that. Let's talk about the bourbon and take a look around the tasting room here, because it's a beautiful place. You guys did such a nice job. I love charcuterie. You guys are hitting all the things I like here. So what do we have here?
Okay, so this is a sample of the 90 proof and the barrel proof. And then our lovely
Jordan is
spirit guide here
Yes,
is
Spirit Guides.
smoking our old fashioned.
I love that it's October and we're talking about Spirit Guides. That is for our beverages, not our ghosts, here in Cave Creek.
So the mesh bill
Yes.
for this is 75% corn, 21% rye, 4% malt, and it has been in the barrel just shy of 3 years.
Okay, so maybe you are a vodka girl or guy. They're going to have you covered.